Good morning, second grade. Today we're doing our math lesson. It's math lesson 139, and it is pages 277 and 278. So we're going to get started by going through our math facts. So we're in our 13 edition family. I have my helper Ben here today. Ben, say hi.
Hi.
That's it for him today. So we're going to go over let's do our 13 edition family, and we're going to do jumping jacks on it. Now, I'm not going to point it out today. You should be memorizing it and be able to even say it without looking. So we'll do jumping jacks on the answer, or you can do jumping jacks the entire time. So we'll start with 0 plus 13. 0 plus 13 equals 13. 1 plus 12 equals 13. 2 plus 11 equals 13. 3 plus 10 equals 13. 4 plus 9 equals 13. 5 plus 8 equals 13. 6 plus 7 equals 13. 7 plus 6 equals 13. 8 plus 5 equals 13. 9 plus 4 equals 13. 10 plus 3 equals 13. 11 plus 2 equals 13. 12 plus 1 equals 13. 13 plus 0 equals 13. Good job. Now we're going to go ahead and go through our 13 subtraction family. Ben wants to floss. I was going to ski hop. Okay, so whatever you want to do. If you want to hop, okay, go back and forth, you can do that too. So we're going to go ahead and start it out. Ready? 13 minus 0 equals 13. 13 minus 1 equals 12. 13 minus 2 equals 11. 13 minus 3 equals 10. 13 minus 4 equals 9. 13 minus 5 equals 8. 13 minus 6 equals 7. 13 minus 7 equals 6. 13 minus 8 equals 5. 13 minus 9 equals 4. 13 minus 10 equals 3. 13 minus 11 equals 2. 13 minus 12 equals 1. 13 minus 13 equals 0. Good job. Could you say all that without looking? Did you get to say it without looking?
Yeah.
No, he did not. He didn't say all of the numbers. Now, you should be able to say every single digit and tell it. So that way if I say 13 minus 9, you should say 4 without looking. 13 minus 9 equals 4. And you should be able to say all of those things. Now, today we're going to talk about something new. Something new. I'm so excited. Did you notice something on the board here? Ben, you can go ahead and see. On the board here, I have a hill. Today we're going to talk about the word rounding. Rounding. So sometimes when we are in different places, we like to round. It might be for like a party. If we're going to have guests at a party, I might say I invited 15 people. So if I'm going to make food, Ben, do I want to make food for 10 people or do I want to make food for 20 people?
20.
We want to make food for 20 people because sometimes we like to just make sure we have enough. So sometimes when we want to round, we're rounding higher or whatever the number is closest to. So on a number chart, if I have my numbers, you have numbers 1 through 100. We usually pick a number. So I'm going to pick the number, let's pick the number 4. The number 4. So I'm going to ask myself, on the tens family chart, when we count by tens, we count 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I want to find out where the number 4 would be between. Do you think I could find the number 4 between the tens place of 70 and 80? Could I find the number 4 there? No, because it doesn't start with a 70 or an 80. How about 40 or 50? Can I find the number 4 between 40 or 50?
No.
No, because it has 4 in it, but it's not. Where can I find the number 4, Ben? Can you point out where the number 4 would be? Where would the number?
In the 30s.
He thinks the 30s?
Where is a 4?
Where would I find if I were counting
20.
on my number scale? And I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So am I going to go past 10?
No.
No, I am not. So I will find the number 4, Benjamin, in between 0 and 10. 4 is in between 0 and 10. So if I'm looking at my 4, and I'll just move this out of the way, I'm going to write 4 here, and I'm going to ask myself, what two tens place numbers would I find 4 in between? We said between 0 and 10. Now I have to decide which tens place number is 4 closer to. Is it closer to 0 or is it closer to 10?
10.
Ben thinks it's 10. Well, there's a rule that we can follow. When I have the numbers 0 through 4, the rule is I'm going to round down to my closest 10. When I have the numbers 5 through 9 in my ones place, I'm going to round up to the nearest 10 on my little roller coaster. So the numbers 0 through 4, you round down, or you're at the same 10. 5 through 9, you round up to the next 10. So let's look at 4. Where do we find 4, Ben, on our roller coaster? Point it out. All right, he says it's right here. And what does it tell us to do? It tells us to round down to the next 10. So do I choose 10 or do I choose 0? This place you're rounding down, this place you're rounding up. So which one do we want to choose, Ben?
0.
We would choose 0. 0, and if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 away from 0, let's try and counting how far 4 is from 10. Count with me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many numbers away was 4 from 10? Let's get Ben in the picture here. How many away was it? Did you say 6? You're right. So look, 4 is closer to 0 than it is to 10. Let's try another number. Let's try the number, Ben, give me a number. Between 1 and 100.
26.
Okay, 26. So we want to round. Remember when we round, there's always a 0 in the tens place. So Ben said 26. All right, now 26, we're going to think, what two tens would 26 be in between? So let's look at our number chart. Ben, look up here. Where would we find 26? Well, what is the first number that we see in 26? What tens family is it in?
Oh, I know. Choose.
So we say the...
20.
All right, so 26 would be right in between what two tens place? 20 and 30. Good. All right, so I found my two tens that's in between. Now, here is our next step. How do we know which it's closer to? Well, I will tell you. The first thing you do is you underline the number in the ones place. And I look and I think, 6. Where would I find 6 on my roller coaster? Is it 0 through 4, Ben, or is it 5 through 9?
5 through 9. I
find it here. What does it tell me I have to do? I have to
round up 10.
I have to round up 10. All right, remember.
0 is 0 is 0.
All right, so I have to round up. So here are my choices.
0, 0, 0.
So do I choose 20? Because that's rounding down. Do I choose 30? Yes, because 30, we round up. 26 is closer to 30. So this side would be the side that I'm rounding down. Thus, the bigger number is the side you're rounding up to the higher number. So 26 is closer to 30. Well, let's see how close it is. Count with me. 26, 27,
28, 29, 30.
How far away was it from 30? It was 4 away. Let's see how far 26 is from 20. 21
22,
23, 24, 25, 26. It was how many away from 20? We'll try it again because Ben wasn't paying attention. Ben, how far away is 20 from 26? 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. How far away was it? It was 6 away. Ben's not counting right. All right, so 6 away. So which one was 26 closer to? Was it closer to 20, which was 6 away? Or is it closer to 30, which was 4 away?
30.
It was closer to 30, and that's why we chose 30. Now you think of a number, and then I'm going to write it down, and maybe it's the number that you chose. I'm going to say the number. Ooh, I have a tricky one. 55. Did you say 55? If you did, good guess.
I know mine.
Now remember, this tens place goes down, this place goes up. Where would you find 55? Where would you find 55? Ben, where would I find 55 in my number, counting by 1 to 100? Where would I find 55, Ben? Listen to the question.
Down.
What tens place would I find 55 in between?
50.
Do you know already?
50.
55 would be in between 50 and
60.
60. Good job. Let's see if we can count it out and hear 55. So we'll start at 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Good job. All right, so we know that 55 falls in between what two tens, Ben?
50.
50 and
60.
pay attention. All right, so I'm going to come next to my number and I'm going to say, all right, I know that 55 is between these two numbers. So let's go ahead and decide. I underline the number in the ones place, and then I look at my hill. Where do I find on my roller coaster 5? Which one is it? Is it for rounding down or is it for rounding up?
Down.
Oh, let's see, Ben. Do you see 0 through 4 rounding down, or are you just guessing? I think he's just guessing. He's not paying attention.
I said up.
You did not. Ah, good job. If you said 5 rounds up,
Yeah.
good job.
Yeah.
Give yourself a high five.
Can I give myself up?
You said down, so you go. All right, so 5 means we have to round up. Now, which tens place, Ben, is rounding up? Does 50 round up, or does 60 round up higher? Which one's bigger? The last time I checked, 60 is my bigger number. 60 is my bigger number. Now, here's something I want you to pay attention to. Did you already see this? Let's look at 55 and see how close it is to 50. Let's count. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. How far away is it?
5.
It's 5. Oh, let's see how far away 55 is from 60. 6, 57, 58, 59, 60.
6.
It is how many?
56, 57, 59, 60.
It's 5. They're equal. That's not how it's supposed to work. 5 is the only number that you choose to go up
I know.
higher. So because it's in between, when it's a 5, they choose to go up higher to the bigger amount. So these are rules that you'll have to remember. When we're rounding, if in the ones place it's 0 through 4, we round down. If the numbers are 5 through 9 in the ones place, we round up to the next 10. Now you will see on your math page, it will be probably for lesson 140, so it would be not today's work, but the next day's work. You'll see on page 279 and 280, we're going to talk more about rounding. We'll be more specific on our rounding. But for today, they just want you to know where can you find your numbers, what two tens place. So if I said 78, Ben. Where would I find 78?
In the 70s.
All right, in the 70s family. How about 49? 49. All right, I'd find it in between here. So they want you to tell what it is. Now, anytime a number is rounded, remember there's always a 0 in the ones place. Rounding means that you are trying to come up with a guess of how much of something, so it's easier to round with a 0 in the ones place, and then you're exact. Now we're going to look at a few other things, and then we're going to play a game, and then our lesson will be done. So today I want to look at our clocks again. We're just going to do a little short lesson on this. What time is this?
12:30.
12:30. Can you say it in words? Remember, this is...
Oh, 60.
This is how much of the clock? It is half of the clock.
6:30.
Half past 12. Good job. If you said half past 12,
I was close.
you were not even close.
I
You're
said
just guessing.
6:30.
How about if I said this time?
8:30.
8:30. What would it be in words?
8:30.
Good. So half past is first, and then we say 8. What time is this?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. What is it in words?
12:30. 0:30.
Not half past 0.
60.
It's not half past anything, Ben, because the half past mark is here. This, did you already say
Midnight.
It's midnight. Don't just guess. You always
I
want to
just
think
remember that.
through. All right, let's try this time. What time is this? Notice my hour.
5:15.
Notice my hour. So I say my hour. Again, you're guessing. Hour, we say the number you see. What number did you see here, class?
5.
What number do you see, Ben?
5.
No, sir. That
1.
says
Oh
1.
yeah, 1.
We always say the number 1 in our minute 15. Can you tell me what it was in words?
5:15.
Let's see. Remember, the words here were a quarter.
Oh, quarter after 1.
A quarter after 1. How about, this is where it gets tricky. What time is this? Say your hour. It's in between. Now, I noticed a couple of you on your last test, you were not doing this correctly. When it's in the middle, it's always
I know.
a smaller number.
I know the answer. Quarter till 10.
You're close.
Oh,
It's almost 11, so in words, we say a quarter till 11. In digits, what hour is it closest to, Ben? 10. So it is 10:45. 10:45. Now the last thing that I want to go over with you, because I did notice that some of you on your last test, you had our number 6,000 minus 400, 230, let's say 6. Okay, so this is what I noticed some of you did. So you looked and you said 0. I cannot take 0 from 6. Good job if you saw that.
Yeah, I did that.
You can't borrow from here.
Yeah.
You cannot borrow from here.
Yeah.
But you can borrow from 6, which you did. 1 away from 6 should have been, did you say it? 5. Now here's where I want you to pay attention. I saw a couple of you do different things.
I did right.
Borrow, add. Borrow, add, which you did. Good job. Here's where I saw some things. Then we start over again. Can I take 0 away from 6? No. Can I take 0, can I borrow from here, the tens place? No. I can borrow from here. I'm crossing it out. Now here's where I saw somebody do it differently. Someone took 2 away from 10. Do we do that, class? No. We always take how much from our neighbor? 1. Take 1 away from 10, and this will be 9. If you have a 0 here, always, 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 it will be 9.
I know what to do next.
Now, borrow,
Add.
add. Borrow, add. So it should be 5, 9, and 10 so far. Now start over again. Can I take 0 away from 6?
No.
No. Can I borrow from 10?
Yes.
Yes. I'm crossing it out, and I'm left with, again, 9. Here's where I saw someone do something they shouldn't. They did this. Can we put a 9 up here? No, because we're not borrowing. Don't put a 9 up there. Borrow. The only thing we have to do left is add. Borrow, add. The ones place will always, always, always be 10. Never, ever, ever 9. This will always be 10. This will always be 9. And this will always be 9. Never, ever 8. Don't take 2 away from the number. Always take 1. And some of you, I noticed, didn't even pay attention to having to borrow on your math test. So some of you aren't being careful at following the rules. Remember, with subtraction, we must always check to see if the smaller number's on top. Now, I know you've been waiting for our big game. So I'm going to explain the game to you. So Ben's going to take a dice. I'm going to take a dice. Now, when we're going to toss it, so we'll both toss it, and then I'll tell you what we do. We're going to toss it against the desk. And the number that you see, let's have him work on his tossing skills. Okay. Come on, Ben.
I can't.
Okay, so, all right. So this is, now wait, it's subtraction. So you have to add up both those numbers in your head. You should have, or sometimes I'll say plus 5. So you have to take this plus 5 and say
5. Wait, what?
Because this should have been 3, 4 plus 5 more should have been 9.
Wait.
So I might say
I thought it was 4.
just listen. You're not listening.
What?
Now add both numbers up in your mind. So that should have been 4. I might say minus 2. So you should have said 4 minus 2 gives you the answer of, did you say 2 already?
2.
Good job. All right, let's try it again. Try it again. We'll go through it one more time. Ben's a little confused. He's not listening.
You said 4.
Okay, here we go. Let's try again. All right.
Ah.
Just a soft toss, Ben. Okay, so my number was 4. Okay, and his number was 3. So add this up in your mind. What did you say it was? Now add.
Wait, what was mine?
Look at these two numbers and add them together. Plus 5.
Oh.
So did you say plus 5? Did you already say 12? Good job. Because 3 plus 4, Ben, is? You should have already said 7. Plus 5. 7 plus 5 would have been?
12.
12.
I think 13.
No, 12. Now, I want you to stop. Now I'm going to take this number and I'm going to say all of this, which is 7. 7 minus 5 equals? 7 minus 5 equals?
4. 2.
7 minus 5 equals 2. Stop guessing. All right, let's try it one more time. Let's try it again. Okay, here we go. Put your thinking caps on. Here we go. I will let you know. All right, so we have 3 plus 5 plus 6. 3 plus 5 plus 6 equals, did you already answer?
Wait, what?
Did you already answer? Try one more time, Ben.
3 plus
3 plus 5 is?
I didn't add up 3 plus 5.
What is 3 plus 5, Ben?
8.
8. 8 plus 6 is?
I got
What is 8 plus 6 equals?
8 plus 6 equals
Did you already?
14.
14. Good job. All right, now, come over here. Come over here, out of the way. All right, now take this answer, which is 8. 8 minus 2. 8 minus 2 is? 8 minus 2 equals?
6.
6. Good job. All right, let's do it again. We're going to try it again. We're going to do it 2 more times, then our lesson will be over. All right, here we go. Ready?
Let's me know again. Oh.
Ben's having a hard time here. Toss it again. Toss it again.
Let's go.
All right, 5 plus 1 equals?
Wait,
Plus.
plus 1? Okay.
5 plus 1 plus 9 equals?
14. 15. 16.
Stop guessing. 5 plus 1. Did you think of it? Now add 9 more. What's your answer? Did you already say it? Good job. We're going to help Ben think it through. Ben, what is 5 plus 1?
6.
What is 9 more added to that?
7. No.
9. Add 9 more to 6, Ben. So 6 plus 9 equals. 6 plus 9 equals. You should have said, Ben, 15. Because 6 plus 9 more. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You better work on those math skills. All right, now let's look at this. 6, I'm going to say something different this time. 6 times 5. Count by 5, 6 times. Did you get it?
25.
He's not counting right.
5,
You
10,
already beat him
15,
already.
20. Oh, 25.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think Ben needs to slow down a little bit this morning. He probably didn't have his Wheaties. Put your brain in gear and get in math time. All right, this is our last time. Last time, here we go. Okay, so I have 5 for mine. Go ahead and put yours up there.
Wait, which one?
Hurry up, let's go.
2, please be 2. Please be 2.
All right,
Yes!
so it is 2. Okay, 5 plus 2 plus 6.
Plus 2.
5.
13.
Good job. He was right on. 5 plus 2 plus 6 is 13. Now let's do this, which is 7 times 2. 7 times 2. That could be 7 plus 7 or 4 by 2. 7 times.
15. 14.
14. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Or you could have said 7 plus 7. You know 7 plus 7 is 14.
I didn't mix up the
Good
threes.
job. Yes, excellent. All right, well that concludes our lesson for today. Remember on your pages for today, I'm not going to specifically go over pages with you today, anything on the page, but you do know that we've talked about all of these things. We've talked about our rounding, and remember when we round, the 0 is in the tens place. When we're rounding, the 0 is in the tens place. I hope that you have a great day, and we're going to say that's all for now.